What's up, operators? Today we are at a smaller plant than I'm usually running. This is an on-site system. It's a really tiny wastewater treatment plant that does about 590 gallons a day. It's in ground. There's pumps, there's nutrient removal, and so I just wanted to take you on this trip out on this island that they're not hooked up to the centralized sewer, so they got permission to have their own small wastewater treatment plant because it's only one house that gets rented weekly. So the cost to connect to the central sewer was more than just having a little treatment plant out here. So I'm going to take you through what the maintenance of this is. I visit this plant 4 times a year, and basically I check the pumps, make sure everything works, check the floats, make sure they work, high level float, lift station, the blower, make sure it works. And this is a pretty new system. It's been put in this year, so there's not much to that's probably gonna fail, but we'll see what happens. You have to be certified through the manufacturer to operate one of these plants. The plant itself doesn't require any sampling because it's designed and engineered to do 10-10-10-1. And this is regulated by DOH, or the Department of Health, and not FDEP. So I had to get a separate license just to do these small on-site systems, which in the Keys, there are probably about 30 or 40 of these things that are going to be here, where they're too far from the main sewer or a wastewater treatment plant. So they have to put on one of these on-site systems. Oh, yeah. So this is the entire plant right here. Oh, yeah. What I gonna do? This is what it looks like. That's the finished process there. So let's start from the beginning. Here's our little lift station here. A single pump picks up, pumps through here, goes into that one, then goes into this one, gets aerated here. Through this chamber, through the filter, and then it goes out to the drain field out there. Easy, simple. I'm gonna take you over here, show you what kind of equipment we have. Here's our tiny control panel. This works the pumps. The one pump, I'm sorry. It's a tiny little control panel, and then here's our blower control alarm, and that's our blower system. It's just a tiny little system. 590 gallons a day, probably the smallest wastewater plant I've ever operated. Double check there, trip the high level float, kicks on the pump, and triggers the alarm. They both work. All good here.